Hello and welcome to the channel. President Buhari has dodged the responsibility which ought to be one of the primary aim of every president: protect and secure lives. While reacting to the kidnapped Chibok girls and why some of them are still in captivity 9 years after, Buhari say not be him fault them captured the girls in the first place, as not be him they power then. He said he even tried bringing them back, as over 100 of them has been returned since he assumed office, but that the trail had gone cold and tracking them after all these years hard. Before I talk the full story here, subscribe, like, share, and comment. Make we go over to the gist proper. Thank you. Don't blame Buhari's government for not rescuing all Chibok girls. Presidency. The presidency said yesterday that President Muhammadu Buhari's administration has subdued insurgency in the country. It also said the government should not be blamed for not bringing back all the Chibok schoolgirls kidnapped by BH insurgents in April 2014. Recall that the BH insurgency, which has claimed thousands of lives, began in 2009 in Borno State. Special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, who stated this in an interview on Channels Television's breakfast program, Sunrise Daily, said BH insurgents were no longer as active as they were before 2015, having been subdued by the present government. Can you say the insurgency is still what it was before 2015, when they killed people in thousands and seized control of many local governments in Borno State? Adesina queried. Adesina said the insurgency situation in the country was no longer as bad as it was when Buhari took over the reins of power in 2015, adding that the number of casualties had scaled down considerably. Remember that in 2014 alone, over 7,000 persons were lost to insurgency, whereas in 2022, a little over 2,000 died from BH attacks. Don't get me wrong, to lose just one soul is already bad enough, but we cannot say we are still where we were before 2015 when this government assumed office, the presidential spokesman said. He asserted that Nigerians should not hold President Muhammadu Buhari's administration responsible for not rescuing all the kidnapped Chibok girls. In 2015, we knew where Nigeria was. Today, we know where we are. 276 schoolgirls were spirited away, about 57 escaped immediately, and over 100 of them have been returned by this administration. The ones that are left, I think, 90-something, they are Nigerians. They have the right to be brought back. But then, if a government came in when the trail was already cold and you couldn't trace where the girls were taken, you can't then blame it solely for not bringing them back. That would not be quite right. Dashi girls were taken under the administration, and within the week they were recovered except maybe 5, including Leah Sharibu, sadly. Adesina noted that the government was proactive to tackle the kidnap at the time it occurred, adding that the incoming government should take up the responsibility to recover the girls. I believe that with the Chibok girls, we should rather appreciate God and appreciate the government for what was achieved. It is not as if the government folded its arms and didn't do anything. It did its level best. Because government is a continuum, the incoming government, if it recovers more of those girls, the country will gladly receive them, he said. Adesina also said President Buhari didn't know of many promises made to Nigerians in 2015 by his supporters, including revamping the economy, agriculture, infrastructure, and fighting corruption. He said what happened in 2015 was that there was a rush of documents passing off as the party's manifesto. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. In related news, 2 of the abducted Chibok schoolgirls have escaped from their captors. Sources told Daily Trust that the girls escaped from Sambisa forest on Sunday as a result of intense military operations. A security source said the escapees were identified as Hawa Mutar and Esther Marcos. One is from Chibok and the other one from Zilang village. This has reduced the number of Chibok schoolgirls in captivity from 98 to 96. Penultimate week, the head of the intelligence unit of the Joint Military Task Force, Operation Odinkai, called Obina Ezuikbe, gave the number of the remaining Chibok girls in captivity as 98. In his breakdown, Ezuikbe said out of the 276 abducted Chibok girls, 57 girls escaped in 2015, while 107 girls were released in 2018. 3 girls were recovered in 2019, 2 in 2021, and 9 were rescued in 2022, bringing the total of 178 girls out of captivity and 98 remaining in BH captivity. Meanwhile, thousands more girls and boys have been subjected to grave violations amid ongoing conflict in the northeast region, UNICEF has added, underscoring the need to protect children in Nigeria. As recently as 7th April, some 80 children were abducted by militants in the Safe local government area in Zamfara state, the UN agency said, citing local media. The so-called Chibok girls were kidnapped on the 9th of 14 April 2014, sparking worldwide condemnation and concern. Christian Mondwate, UNICEF representative in Nigeria, said the nightmare continues today as many children are still being kidnapped, forcibly recruited, killed and injured. We cannot turn a blind eye to the suffering of Nigeria's children. We must do everything in our power to ensure they grow up in safety with access to education and the opportunity to fulfill their potential, he said. Since 2014, there have been over 2,400 verified incidents of grave violations affecting 6,800 children in northeast Nigeria, UNICEF reported. The most common concern is recruitment by armed groups, followed by abductions and killing and maiming. The conflict has had an alarming impact on education, and UNICEF warned that the repercussions will likely affect generations. Between 2009 and 2022, roughly 2,295 teachers were reportedly killed in attacks, and more than 19,000 were displaced, according to the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TCN. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.